tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Hello and welcome to our day 11 of our 12 days of Christmas craft along. Now you can get this PDF tutorial of all 12 projects if you place an order of $50 or more in my online store through Monday morning using this host code. You have to use that host code. I will send you the PDF tutorial with all the measurements, supplies, instructions, color photos, everything to your email address. So again, once you place a $50 order or more in my online store with the host code, you will get the PDF file. So today we are going to be making this cute little gift bag. So what you'll need to do is in your craft along package, you're going to look for the little envelope that has day 10, 11, and 12, and you're going to be grabbing some of those pieces out. So the pieces that you will need to grab out are going to be Early Espresso Basic White Pecan Pie, and they're all little squares. Okay, so you've got these 3 squares here. And then you'll also have a piece of 3 by 6 Basic White. So this is the supplies that you'll need. You will need to have 2 pieces of your Designer Series paper, both cut at 6 by 6. So on the Designer Series paper, let's start with that first. You're going to go ahead and score on all 4 sides at 1 inch. So be careful when you are using your scoring blade with your Designer Series paper. Go lightly, just go back and forth several times, all right? It's key because the Designer Series paper is thinner than cardstock and can rip if you're not careful. So we'll go ahead and do all that. One more, and then we'll get our other piece scored. Okay, now that we have both pieces scored here, we're going to go ahead and put our little bag together. And again, you'll want to pull out your instructions so you have your PDF tutorial with your instructions on it. And we're going to go ahead and miter the bottom pieces of our box. So what we'll need to do is grab our snips here. And we are going to just trim at our 1 inch mark here. And just kind of give that a little tab. That just makes it easier for us to put our little bag together here. So go on this side, do the same thing. And then we'll do it on our other piece as well. Make sure if you're using a pattern that's directional that you've got your pattern going the right way. That is important. So now the back side of this particular Designer Series paper has a pattern that's non-directional, so I don't have to worry about that when I fold it down. So our next step is to go ahead and burnish all of our score line areas here. And burnish really just means give it a good fold. I usually take a bone folder to do it. And for the sake of the video, though, I'm just going to do it with my thumbs. All right. All right, the other thing I'm going to need is my tear and tape, so we're going to pull that out. Okay, so now the next step is I'm going to just take these 2 pieces like this. I'm just going to hold them together. And what I want to do, I'm going to do it from this side. I'm going to take a little hole punch here, and I'm going to make handles. So I'm going to slide in my hole punch. I found this to be the easiest way to get my handles to be in the right places on both. And you want to go right up to that score line and just make a punch there and a punch here. And I'm just looking for that score line so I can punch right on there. There we go. Just like that. Next, we're going to be threading our ribbon through. So make sure you grab your silver and white sheer ribbon that was in your kit. And we're going to thread that through. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces of ribbon. My ribbon are approximately measured at about, I want to say like 11 inches. All right, I'm going to make a really sharp point there, and I'm going to go from the inside, so that's the inside of my pattern here, to the outside, and then back through the inside, or into the inside. So now I've got my little handles. I'm going to pull that through just like that. So I have this one, and I'll do my other one right away. So again, go from the inside to the outside and back in. All right, and now I'm just going to adjust those about the same height. And I just like to do this just to see that I've got them about the same height. There we go. And now we're going to get everything adhered down. Okay, so now if you want the bag just not to only be this one pattern, that is how you thread your handles. If you want your bag to fold down like this, we'll need to go ahead and just kind of reverse our handles. So I do like the pattern coming over just to give it a little different look. So I'm going to go ahead and redo my ribbon, and we're going to go back from the inside, well, from the outside to the inside. Yeah, because I want to have my tape right here. So I'm going to go this way and this way. So by doing this, what will happen is get our little area there, area there. We're going to be putting some tear and tape down, so when we fold that down, our ribbon will stay in place. So I'm going to have my ribbon end up going like this. All right, so we'll grab our tear and tape, and I'm going to put it right on the inside right here. Okay. All right, now I can peel that off. And I just want to make sure that this gets stuck in there. All right, and now I can fold that down. Just like that. Okay, so now my other handle, I need to redo that same thing. So we're going to go back this way so that our handle is there. And I can take my tear and tape again right here. Just like that. Okay. Okay, now I haven't adhered this part yet because I'm going to do a couple other things. So I'm going to actually fold this down so it's right on top, kind of bump it together. All right, this is going to end up being the back because I'm going to have the seams that way, all right? So I'm just going to have it like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my adhesive here and put it along these edges, so that I can have that little box close up nicely. So you can use your tear and tape for that. So I'm just going to put it right here. Oops, that was a little bit long. Trim a little bit of that off. Let's throw that piece away. Oh, it stuck to my finger. This piece. All right. Go ahead and do this box side first. All right. And I'm just going to do this here. I'm going to line up my edges. Give it a nice little rub. Right here, line up my edges. Give it a nice little rub. Okay. Now I can actually put those pieces back together. So I can slide this over, right? Oop, wrong way. Hold on. I went the wrong way with this. There we go. What do I keep doing here? I keep doing it. I had it flipped backwards. There we go. All right. So now I have this, and I can actually go ahead and put my other tabs together right away too, and slide that right underneath. So that's what we'll do next. We'll put these two tabs together. Oh, and this is really sticky. All right. again, just line your corner up there. Line your corner up here. I like to make sure I have it lined up before I actually press that down. All right. Okay, so now here's the one that I did tape down. So I'm going to just slide this in. I need to do this piece first. I'm going to go ahead and take this down so it holds my ribbon in place. And we'll fold that down. So we've got our two pieces. Again, decide which is going to be your front, which is going to be your back. And just make sure you slide them together. So I'm sliding them all the way around first. All right. Okay, so now I know which way I want to go with this. All right. And we're going to go so that the seam is completely in one side here. All right. So your little front flap seams will be on one side, but this main one will be on the back side. All right. So just slide that in. All right. So now that you know it fits, that's the one key thing. I like to make sure that this fits together before I actually do seal it all. So I'm going to just slowly slide this out. And I'm going to take some tear and tape. And I'm going to actually put it on the inside here. Inside here. I do want to make sure that box stays together. And then on the bottom. That way I just have a little bit of reinforcement there. So I know the box will stay together. All right. Got that all done. And I'll slowly tear my pieces out here. So I'm just going to do one side at a time. All right. Because what I need to do when I do this, I don't want it to like stick on there right away before I'm ready to adhere it down. So just get your flaps folded in. You just got to do a little bit tucking there. All right. So now once you have the one side, give that a nice little rub. And you'll be doing the other piece. So now I'm going to do my bottom piece. It's a little awkward here, but we'll do our bottom. And slide that in. Make sure I'm going the right way with it. Let's see, this piece is going to go. Oh, I think I reversed it here. Wait, I just got to find out which way that's going. Okay. I'm going to put this way. I'm going to tear off my side right away too. So when I assemble it, it's going to stick right away. So I may as well just do it now. And so this one's going to tuck under here like that. I want to make sure I have it in place, and then I can rub it. Just give a little bit of rub. If you need to, take your bone folder, or I like to take my block, and I'll take a block and just rub that down. All right, so now I've got my bones for my bag here. If you find you have a little area that sticks up a little bit, grab some liquid glue or some additional tear and tape. I just like take a little dab of glue right there and just hold it down for a second or two. I'll do it on the other side. Right there. Okay, now I look to see where those seams are for the back of my box. So I see them there. So I'm going to flip my box over, my little bag over, and have it setting just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble all of our little deer pieces here along with our little card. So I'm going to pull in my silver embellishment here. And I want to also grab my, I'm going to grab my cherry cobbler. I'll do my dark cherry cobbler here for my reindeer nose. I'm just going to go on what I kind of already colored here. So I kind of started coloring this one, so I'm just going to go and... Now when you're using your brush tip, just be careful because you don't want to damage, you don't want to bend your brush tip. I typically use my chisel side. I don't know why I grabbed that one, but I did. All right, I'll just set that off to dry for a second. And now I'm going to bring in my little mini die cut machine. And we're going to go ahead and die cut those deer head pieces. So let's go get them on here. So I'm going to actually go this way so I can show you what I'm going to die cut where. All right, so I have my early espresso and my pecan there. And let's grab our reindeer dies. And we're going to grab our... The one with the antlers is the one that's going to be on the early espresso. All right. You can just center it right in there. And then the one with the open ears and open nose, that's going to go on our pecan pie. And then we're going to have this one on our white. So we'll move that there. We'll run this through, and I can only fit 2 pieces on at a time. If you trim down your cardstock that you're die cutting, you could probably fit all 3 pieces, but we're just going to do these 2, and then I'll come back and do the 1, and then we'll assemble our little deer head here. All right. Get this one run through. This is also a good time to use your adhesive sheets, but you know, you don't need to on it. I'm going to take my take a pick tool here and just pop everything out. All right. I'll get my... So I'm coming to you live today because I am going to do another video or another live tonight. It'll probably be more like 7 o'clock that I do my live. There we go. I'm gonna move these all over and put this up here. And we're going to go ahead and take our basic white cardstock here and just fold it right in half. All right. I'm going to grab a piece of paper here because the other thing I forgot that I needed was my pool party ink because I'm going to stamp some snowflakes on here. So let's go ahead and grab pool party. We'll grab our little snowflakes from our stamp set here. This is the Reindeer and More, or Reindeer Fun stamp set and coordinating dies. Just love this set. It's so cute. Obviously, I love it because I've been using it for 12 days now. Actually, I've been using it quite a bit. I probably used it the whole month of December. And actually, you know, I was tempted to use it for my Christmas cards too. I'm like, you know what? I need to use something else. So those of you that have purchased from me in the last year will be getting a Christmas card. All right. So look for that in the mail. All right. So let's go ahead and adhere pieces. I'm going to leave my scrap piece of paper here because I'm going to quickly do this. I'm going to take my white and I'm going to put adhesive on here, my little liquid glue. Careful how much you do because it's going to smoosh all over. So, good thing I have that paper there. So I'm just going to line this up so I don't necessarily see those edges. So that's where the liquid glue helps me because I can kind of move that around so it gets lined up just right. Now I'm going to take my front of my deer head. I'm just going to dab a little glue around my little ears there. I mean, this is kind of scary by itself, but once you put this together, it's just adorable. And look how cute that is. All right. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back. And I may as well, I guess I'm going to use the mini because that's what I pulled out of my little adhesive tray. All right, got that. I'm going to need one more stamp pad because I forgot the cherry cobbler for my sentiment. And we're going to be using the Merry Christmas sentiment from our stamp set right here. And we have one more project tomorrow, and then I will go through all the different projects. I'll do kind of a little recap and show you all of them. And on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a last chance product list. So I've got the product list of the stuff that's going to be retiring. It goes into what we call our last chance. And those are available actually as an online exclusive in our online store. So you can see it right there. And some of them have some discounted prices. But I'll go through the little mini catalog and show you what's retiring, what's going to be gone. And we're going to go ahead and just put our little deer right there. Oop. So now you have a little gift card, and I'll just run some glue here. We'll just use my liquid glue since it's handy. And we're going to just adhere this right to my box. Or my bag box, my box bag. And we're just going to put it right on the front, just like that. Oh, stay. Okay. I'm just going to slide my hand in there, just so I can get that smoothed out. All right. And I can put a little cello bag filled with candy in there. I'm even been wondering if the little Lifesavers box, the little storybook will fit in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. One of the things that my grandmother used to do when we were kids was she'd buy those Lifesaver storybooks. So it had like really big rolls of Lifesavers. And there was like 5 or 6 on each side, and it would make a little book. And she would give us that, and we'd always have a little something extra in there for us to go shopping with. So yeah, she did that every year, and I think I'm going to start that tradition again with my grandchildren. And let's put our little reindeer nose on there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to starting some new traditions with our grandchildren. Well, actually that are not new, but you know, they're something that we did when we were kids. So I'm looking really forward to doing that. All right, so enjoy. I hope you make these. Let me know what papers you use to make your boxes. I would love to see it. And until tomorrow, or actually later this evening, see you later. And again, our 12 days of Christmas ends tomorrow, but the ordering special will go through the weekend. So make sure you place your $50 order or more and get this tutorial. I mean, it's very detailed. I have pictures, color pictures, and everything. So you have the step-by-step instructions to make each of the projects, and all the measurements are there so you can quickly cut your things. All right, take care. We'll see you all later.